Hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this video. If you're back with us today, you know what we're here to do, which is read this book. Do a little bit of reading, a little bit of note-taking, tapping, highlighter sounds, whatever it may be. I will say, today has been a bad luck charm, to say the least. I cannot catch a break today. So we're gonna hurry up and speed through this before a car explodes or something outside and ruins my video. I'm sure you can hear the lawnmower, you're gonna hear the planes. Something about today, well, let's get started. So, if you are new here, not one of our recurring viewers, watchers, I'm reading this book for college. I go through, I'm reading it, I'm explaining some of the ideas. I'm highlighting things I think are important, very studious note-taking, or that's what I would like it to be. This morning I woke up. I was supposed to wake up at 7 to get ready for class. Instead, I woke up at 9. Completely I started taking this new brand of melatonin last night. It works. It put me to bed so fast. I slept, I fell asleep a little bit before 11, let's say, 10:50. Woke up at 9. So, 11 and 9, what is that? 10 hours almost of sleep, which is not normal for me. I'm not a very big sleeper. And then I did laundry this morning. The washing machine started smoking. As soon as I start recording the video, a car alarm goes off in the parking lot. I just cannot catch a break. So I'm sure you just heard my stomach growl. I cannot catch a break. So today's chapter, the first chapter of 3 that we're gonna read, at least go through, is Chilling Out. The Sun Tzu quote for today is, "He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not will be victorious." This chapter has a Sun Tzu quote at the beginning of every chapter. This book, and says very, philosophical things like, "Stars cannot be seen during the day because their faint points of light are overwhelmed by the sun. In a similar way, some ideas cannot be discovered because their faint points of light are overwhelmed by your brain's active beta waves, which are noisy as a goose eating dominoes." In the illustration, there's a beetle in a box. In the illustration, the problem is to get the beetle inside the box. Resolution seems impossible. However, if you relax your mind, and stare passively at the box for a minute or two, something strange will happen. The problem will solve itself. As it turns out, you'll see the beetle inside on the checked floor of the box. You'll become the medium through which the problem solves itself. I guess I'm seeing it. It's an optical illusion, whatever. Let's see. You can become the medium through which any problem solves itself by using relaxation and meditation. I guess we're trying to promote alpha waves in our brain to overcome the beta waves. And this needs a quiet environment, a mental technique, a passive attitude, and a comfortable position. Very interesting. Looks like finding your happy place. You can create your own inner sanctuary, and you can create it in any way you want. That's cool. It's a little interesting fact. Let's see. So then they have, a couple of different ideas that you can work through. I don't have the time today to read all these. I'm definitely behind. So we're gonna go on to the next one. Moving right along. This one is called Blue Roses. So, generally speaking, I take these notes, highlight the important parts, the important things, and then we go over these in class because a lot of people aren't reading the book. I'm kind of like, you would think at a college level, people taking these college classes for their career would want to be there, but that's not always the case. So, you think I'm special for wanting to be there and reading the book, but so it's formatted the class around, well, we're not always reading the book. We're going to talk about it in class, but I'm going through and highlighting the important things so that when we get there, I know what we're talking about. So the quote for this one is, "It is according to the shapes that I lay plans for victory, but the multitude does not comprehend this." I guess we'll find out what that means. In ancient times, an emperor declared that his daughter would marry the first suitor who brought her a blue rose. The emperor's daughter was as wise as she was beautiful, and various suitors tried to win her. One with a sapphire rose, another with a dyed rose, and a third with a porcelain teacup on which a blue rose was painted. One evening, she met a minstrel outside the palace and fell in love. When he returned the next day, he brought a common white rose. The emperor's daughter declared that it was, indeed, a blue rose, and the wedding took place. The emperor's daughter made her choice by relying upon her intuition. Using intuition means paying attention to your feelings and knowing their accuracy and how well you apply them. An important assumption when using intuition is that you already know the answer. George Washington solved his most difficult problems during the Revolutionary War with intuition. He would instruct his orderlies not to let anyone disturb him while he relaxed and intuited decisions. In fact, the founding fathers thought intuition was so important that they tried to remind us of its power on the back of the dollar bill. There's a picture of an unfinished pyramid with an eye above it. The pyramid is not complete until the seeing eye is settled in the capstone position, or until the intuitive component of the mind plays a major role in developing ideas or making decisions. Okay. We're going to highlight an important assumption when using intuition is that you already know the answer. Blah, blah, blah. 5 ways using tuition. To help sense, to rapidly perform, to synthesize, to check on the results, to bypass in-depth analysis and come up with a quick solution. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, don't care. The 2 basic principles. It must be developed, and combine intuition with reason. So you can't just be intuitive for no reason. There's a little bit of common sense that goes with it. Problem solving. Yeah. Okay. And just like that, we're on to the next. So this one is called the 3 B's. The quote is, to wait at ease while the enemy is toiling and struggling, to be well fed while the enemy is famished. This is the art of husbanding one's strength. A well-known physicist once said that all great discoveries in science were made of the 3 B's, bus, bed, and bath. Many successful people report that their best ideas come when they are not thinking about solving problems. This is because the principle of incubation. So let's do 3 B's, bus, bed, and bath, and the principle of incubation. The most famous example of this principle involves Archimedes, a Greek mathematician, a king subsequently called Seymour silver and gold, asked Archimedes to devise a method. He wrestled with the problem for many days. He put it out of his mind to relax in a hot bath. He noted the bath water was overflowing, and suddenly an ingenious solution occurred to him. He realized that a pure gold crown would displace a different amount of water than the ally. So excited, he rushed into the streets of Syracuse shouting, "Eureka!" So I guess that's where it's found. Incubation works because your subconscious mind is continually processing information. I'm not usually this, not illiterate, but I don't usually stammer this much. You guys are gonna have to cut me some slack. It's been a long day. Sometimes I just add a couple extra vowels. And I'm trying to cut the boring parts. This book is very informational, very good. It's like 90% examples though. So we don't need to talk and read and hear about every single example that you could think of, And that's all we got. That was my reading for today. I needed to just be aware of these topics, digest them, so that they didn't sneak up on me. We're gonna post-it note this next chapter so that later on I don't have to save myself a little bit extra work. I like to be really particular about my post-it note placement. Okay, I think that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Well, let me let this airplane pass by. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Sorry this week has been a little bit more chaotic of an upload, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed, leave a like and a comment and perhaps what you would like to see next. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. I'd love the help, and I hope to see you in the next one.